welcome to Crafty Little Things. Thanks for joining me today. These cute little cake stands are so easy to make for a little kid's party, and I just thought I'd show you how to do them. And also I've got a little idea for a variation on a theme that'll be coming in sort of part 2 tomorrow. So all we need for these is a large circle. I'm using this gorgeous pineapple punch. I've got a little bit hung up on this colour, I'm afraid. But I've nearly run out of it actually. I'm going to have to order some more, so you're not going to see it for a little while longer. And what I've done is I've used a large circle framelit. These are a set that I got quite inexpensively off the internet. I can't remember exactly where I got them from. Sorry, I'm just going to pop these. Keep finding little scraps that I should have thrown in my bin. And they're quite big. I mean, they actually go up to sort of, I think about 8 inches or 9 inches, which is obviously too big to fit through my little Big Shot. That one's bent, but it still works. Anyway, what I did was I used this one, which gives me a 4.5 inch circle. The die itself measures about 4 3/4, and then I got my dog snoring right under my feet. I'm sorry. And then I used this spotty DSP, and I used a smaller one. So I got a. I have to excuse my hands. I've got a bit of a rash from the sun. Yeah, this is like 3 3/4, this circle in diameter. So we're talking about, sorry, let me just do that in centimetres for you. So that's about 4.5 there, which is about 11.4 centimetres in diameter. This is the diameter of a circle, just in case. I know it's the obvious, but you never know. Some people aren't sure, don't know the radius from the diameter. And this is 3 3/4 inches. So this is like 9.5 centimetres in diameter. And then I've got 2 pieces of the same coloured cardstock, which measure 3 inches by 3 inches each, so 7.6 centimetres squared. I'm going to do a little flower one as well, so I'll show you that one in a minute. So all we need to do, they're just so simple to make. All we need to do, sorry, I'm going to get my cutting board, and it's my scoreboard that I want. All we need to do with these pieces here is, I mean, if you haven't got the dies, you can just cut with a circle cutter if you've got one, or you can use a cutting machine if you've got a scan and cut, or a Cricut or anything. Even a basic Cricut will cut a circle. Yeah, so you can fussy cut with some scissors, whatever you want to do. Right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to score at 2.5 or a half, if you want to do it from the other end, on each piece. So at 2.5, that's all we're going to do there. And then we're going to score at, then we're just going to mark at 1.5 inches, and we're just going to score down to that mark there, okay, from the 2 bits at the top. So now we've got these 2 small pieces at the top divided by this, and this is just a mark for information. You won't see this mark, so don't worry if it's there. And then we're going to just do on the other side where we haven't got the 1/2 inch marked, we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to come to 1.5, make a mark, and then we're going to score up to that mark, okay, from the other side. Right, and that's it basically. Now I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. Now what we want to do is just get your bone folder. First of all, get your scissors and just cut down that score line. So cut right down it to the middle, and then do the same with the other one. Cut right down it to the middle, and try and get nice and precise with this. And then what you want to do is just fold over one of the little flaps you're left with one way, and then turn over, fold and score and burnish the other one the other way, so you end up with this. Okay, that's what you want to end up with. And then with the other one, what you want to do is just cut. I mean, you could mark the centre if you want, but you can just cut that and do the same thing. Go in that way. Okay, and now the idea is that that will slot onto there nicely, and then those flaps will glue onto your base there. So to make them glue a little bit better, what you need to do is you just need to trim, just notch in on the insides of the two pieces, just so it all fits in a little bit nicer. It's not as much of a kerfuffle in the middle there. I mean, you can notch in quite a lot. You can do, you know, you can go for sort of a 30 degree angle, 40 degree angle if you want. So then when that goes together again now, oops, you've got that nice sort of neat finish to stick this onto. And that's basically all you're going to do. Now you could stop there, you could leave it like that, or you could notch this in. I'm going to do that for the flowery one, so I'm going to do this again. So don't worry, you are going to see me do this again. So I'm just going to get the tombow, and I'm going to pop the tombow onto the big circle and get that stuck on first. And pop that in the middle. I mean, you can mark your centre if you want, so that you get it right, or you can just do what I'm doing and just do it by eye. Push out from the middle, and then you get your tombow will spread out to the edges. Make sure that you're nicely covered. And now, as I said, I'm just going to pop these on. And what you want is just give it a little bend so that it's just sitting where you want it to sit, okay? Because it will sort of, until it's fastened on, it will sort of move about. Okay. So it's nice and sort of square there, and then just pop your tombow on each of those flaps. Okay, and then what you want to do is try and keep it nice and square, and try and get it in the middle of your little cupcake stand or your cake stand, and just press it down. Oh, probably needs to be a little bit further over this way. It's a little bit harder when, I mean, I do like to look down at my work. Now you don't have to glue these, because obviously you could use these for transporting around for little things. I mean, this isn't a cake stand. It could be a cake stand if you wanted it to be. It'd hold a little cake. But they're great for just displaying little things on craft stalls. They really are. They're so cute. And you just push that down, and the more you put on it, the better it stands. So that's just the basic idea. And just get those little tabs on nice and straight, and you won't have any problems. You can put a little bit of glue if you want on your panel here to hold it together, but you don't have to. And you can also put little feet on the bottom to stick out as well, so that it's a bit more sturdy, but that's more than sturdy enough. I'm just going to show off now. I've got a candle here. Oops, it's got pieces of flowers in it. I've got quite a heavy candle here, and I'm going to stand it on there, and look, it holds it perfectly well. And that is a heavy candle. That's probably, I don't know, probably about 8 ounces, that candle. It is 8 ounces anyway. And look, it's holding it really well. So you can use them to just display little things on your craft stands, you know, if you're going to craft fairs and things. And you can do all sorts with them. You can, let me just put that candle back. You can, you know, you could attach edging around here, like a lace or a ribbon to make it really pretty. You could put more layers on here. You could put a lace around the outside. There's all sorts you can do. There's, you know, I like to show you, you know me, I like to show you the sort of basics, give you the idea, and then you run away with it. But they're so good just for displaying little bits and bobs at craft fairs. And I'm going to just show you all, like I said, that would actually hold, if you had a Victoria's, you know, sort of smallish Victoria sandwich or a carrot cake or something, that would hold that. Or if you were having cupcakes or whatever, you could make them different heights, and they'd be fine to hold and display your cupcakes. Right, so I'm just going to show you again. I'm going to make a smaller one this time, and I'm going to make it a little bit different. This one I've used floral dies, and again this was a nesting set that I got cheaply off the internet, and I used the larger one that gave me a 4 1/4 inch flower, which is 10.8 centimetres, and then I got the smaller one here, which is 3 3/4, so that's 9.5 centimetres. Oh, and sorry, yeah, here I made my cuts and marks at 1.5 inches, that's 3.8 centimetres, and then I just did half an inch, which is 1.3 centimetres for those little flaps. So I'm going to do that again. I'm just going to stick my flower on first. This time I'm going to use the stripy pattern on the back. And again, just for displaying little cupcakes or at a party or whatever. It's just so pretty. And it's just so easy to do. And you can, if you're doing, you know, sort of a homemade decor for something, imagine for a baby shower or things like that, you could make little stands. You could pop a little pair of booties, little gift on there. It looks so cute, and like I say, it would look cute for display purposes as well, photography purposes. Right, these are a little bit different. These are 2.5 by 3. So I'm going to do them the long side, so they're shorter. So it's a little bit of a squatter version. So this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on the short side, and I'm going to mark at 2, and I'm going to mark at 2 inches. So that's 5 centimetres. And then on the side where I've just marked, I'm going to mark it at 1.5, okay, and at 1 1/4 I'm going to mark the side, and I'm just going to mark down to that 1 1/4, and then on the other one I'm going to mark my 1 1/4. I'm going to have the previously scored piece at the bottom. I'm going to go to 1 1/4, and then I'm going to come down 1.5 to that 1 1/4 mark. Okay. Now this time I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to sort of shape the bottom. Now how I'm going to do that is I'm going to use a punch. I'm going to use a 1 3/4 inch punch, and what I'm going to do is, remember these bits at the top of my design, so I'm going to just notch in. Yeah, I'm just going to notch in a little bit like that, okay? I'm going to do that on both sides and try and get it the same. And if you're not sure exactly how much you've taken out, you can always just pop the first bit you took out back and just draw around it a little bit, just give yourself an idea. That's kind of there. So I'm just going to go with that. I'm just going to notch that out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put, again, I've got my scored end there. I'm just going to take a little bit more off that one. There's probably more of a scientific way of doing this, but that's better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the one I've already done. Pop that there, and I'm just going to mark around, just so I know. Doesn't matter if you get the pencil on that bit because it's coming off anyway. Just so I've got an idea, a better idea of where I'm. Okay, and now they're the same, and so that's going to look really cute now because it's just going to look a little bit better put together. So I'm going to remove that. I'm really trying to get into the swing of putting my rubbish in the bin. So I'm going to cut down that middle one, and then I'm going to cut down that middle one there, and then I'm just going to snip in between there, and I'm just going to cut again those edges off just to make it a little bit easier to fold over and stick down. This has got to be one of the easiest projects I've ever done, and yet it looks so cute. And then I'm going to fold one way and one the other. Okay, it's getting a bit dark now. Well, it's not getting dark, it's just that the best of the light's gone, and it's been really bright today, so it's feeling a little bit dull, but it's still looking okay. I mean, I think we've got a bit of shadow coming in, but still looking okay. So then they go together like that. I mean, this is just the easiest project. And then just pop things around like we did before, move things around so they're nice and sturdy, and then you've just got that nice shape to this one, you see. And then if you take the daisy and pop it on the top, it just looks so cute. Just gonna colour those in, turn it over, colour those in. What am I talking about? It's because, do you know what it is? I'm so nosy, I'm looking out the window to see who's coming, and it's nobody coming for me. Somebody must have just moved in and got a really nice new car. I'm just nosing it. And then just push them down. And even though you've got that reduced sort of leg area, if you like, it's still really nice and sturdy. And look how pretty that looks from the end. Isn't it cute? And again, just trim that off a little bit. Again, it's really sturdy, and I'm going to do the, look at that. It's holding that 8-ounce candle, which is quite heavy. That's like half a pint of water there on that little bit of card. And obviously if you put little feet on the bottom, or if you put a disc on the bottom as well, it'd be even stronger. So that's my little piece of brilliance for you today. And what I'll do is I'll probably stick something on when I photograph them. I'll stick, obviously you'll see the photograph now, but pop something on them just to show you how you can use them to display things, or how, I mean, even what I thought even was, because it's like a cake stand, you could make 3-tier round boxes and stack them up in their storage boxes, but they'd look like they were on, it looked like a cake on a stand. It'd be really cute to give somebody some wedding jewellery or something in. It'd be really nice, or just like for a photo prop or whatever. But this one, absolutely love it. It's so cute. And you can do the same with this. You can just cut into there. You can use a punch. You could just do it with some scissors. You could just draw around something. You could use a die, obviously before you put it together. You could do whatever you wanted, but aren't they just so cute? I will try to find these and leave a link to them. But everything else I've used is from Stampin' Up. And I'm not sure if Stampin' Up does have, I mean, it's got nesting circles, which you could possibly use. They have nesting circles, but I don't know if they've got one big enough. That's the only problem. So anyway, have fun with that. It's just such a lovely project. And I mean, look at that. They stack on top of each other as well. So you could put like little jewellery or little bits and bobs around the side, and then have something on the bigger one on the top, a smaller one on the top. So yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous. That's the very basic one, and that's one's a little bit more fancy. Have fun making those, and if you do make them, do tag me in any pictures you take, and if you put them on Instagram, hashtag #CraftyLittleThingsUK, or you know, stick them on my wall on Crafty Little Paper Things on Facebook, or whatever. Just tag me in a blog, anything. It'd be lovely to see what you do with them. So take care, and I'll see you very shortly. Bye bye.